Good morning, dear children. Today, let us begin lesson number 10, Transport and Communication. We can travel from one corner of the country to another in few hours. We can communicate with people living thousands of kilometers away in seconds. All these have been made possible by modern means of transport and communication. So, today in this new world which is scientific and a lot much developed, we people can talk to anybody who is sitting very far from us in seconds. And if we want to reach at a far distant place, we can reach there in a few hours. All this is possible just because of the modern means of transport and communication. So today we will study about transport. Now transport means to move from one place to another using some medium or modes. So early humans traveled on foot. Then the wheel was invented and they started making carts. So earlier, when early human used to live on earth, he used to travel on foot. Wherever he want to used to go, he used foot. Later, he invented wheel. And when he invented a wheel, he made carts. So he used to put some sorts of flank on two wheels and used to pull it, or some animals used to pull it. So animals were deployed to pull the carts. But these carts were a slow means of transport. They take a lot of time to travel from one place to another. But with development, today we have fast modes of transport which can now cover longer distances in very less time. So the means of transports which we have today, they take very less time and can cover a very long distance. Now, in the transport, first of all, today we will study about roadways. Now, roadways means the roads which we use as a medium to reach from one place to another. So, India has a large network of roads. Many roads are there which used to join cities to cities, capitals to capitals, states to states, highways to highways. Okay. These roads either are metalled or unmetalled. Metalled means that they are made up of stone, cement and tar. That means they are permanent, strong and can take a lot of loads so that people can travel from cities to towns. So these metal roads are made in cities and towns. They are mostly found in cities and towns. Whereas unmetalled roads, you can call them the kacha roads. That is a kacha sadak which we people mostly found in villages. The other important types of roads are the national highways and the state highways. Now the national highways, they connect state capitals and other big cities and towns. Whereas the state highways, they connect cities and towns within a state with the national highway. So this is the difference between national highway and the state highway. After roadways, let us talk about railways. Railways are the lifeline of India because they connect all parts of the country. So we have a lot of vast network of railways all over the India. Now, at the time of independence, trains were run by steam engines, but later these were replaced by diesel and electric engines. So, steam engines are those in which the engine used to run on coal and water. Coal was burned to boil the water, and then steam was produced. And with the heat of energy of that steam, the train used to move. But later, diesel and electric trains were used. Some of the fastest trains are in India are Rajdhani Express and Shatabdi Express, which travel at a speed of 120 to 130 kilometers per hour. So these are the two fastest trains in India. Now in some cities there are metro trains. These trains move on elevated or underground tracks. So these metro trains are meant to lessen the traffic, and they convey another means for the local railways. So in some cities you will find metro trains. Now these metro trains are either underground or they are elevated. Elevated means there are special bridges made for them which are at a height above the road. Mumbai has a connected network of local trains. So in Mumbai, local trains are there which used to take people inside Mumbai only. So Mumbai is very much dependent on the local trains. Talk about waterways. Waterways is the cheapest mode of transport. It is the most suitable for transporting heavy goods. So if we want to transport heavy goods, we use waterways because it does not cost us much. Now passenger ships carry people. In waterways there are different types of ships like passenger ship, cargo ship and tanker ship. So a passenger ship used to take people, cargo ship transport goods, and tanker ship transport petroleum and oil. Along India's coastline, there are 13 major and nearly 200 minor ports. So 13 big ports are there and approximately 200 small ports are there. Ports are the places where the ships used to come, load and unload and then go. So they used to arrive and departure in ports. Like on bus stand, buses used to come and go. They used to carry passengers from the bus stand. In railways use railway stations. Aeroplanes use airport. In the same way, ships use ports. Now in India, two big ports are there. One is Deen Dayal Port, it is in Gujarat, and another is Paradeep Port, which is in Odisha. So these are the two biggest ports in India. We'll talk about airways. Aeroplanes are the fastest mode of transport. Major cities and towns of India are connected by airways. Aeroplanes transport people and perishable goods. Now, perishable goods means the goods which which rot easily. If we want to keep something fresh for a longer time, then we use aeroplanes. So, perishable means something that gets spoiled quickly. So, like fresh fruits, flowers and vegetables, when we'll have to take them to far off places to then if we will use roadways or railways or waterways, then they will take a lot of time, and these things like fruits, flowers and vegetables, they get spoiled quickly, so we use airplanes to transport them. Some airplanes also used to carry mails are the letters and the parcels. Now, helicopters are used in areas that are difficult to reach. So, if at one place there are no roadways, railways, or waterways cannot reach there, then we use helicopters to reach that place. They are also, these helicopters are very useful during the natural disasters like flood, earthquake. So during that time, all the road transport is blocked or damaged. So we can use helicopters and we can drop food, medicines or other things to the people who are trapped there. Or also helicopters are used to rescue people, to save people. Rescue means to save people if any natural disaster is there. We have studied about transportation. In the next video, we will cover communication. That's all for today. Hope you understood it. Thanks for watching.